The following is a presentation of ESPN on ABC.
Couldn't wait for week 2 of the XFL, and now here it is. From Audi Field in Washington, D.C., the 1-0 hometown defenders are a touchdown favorite against the 1-0 visiting New York Guardians. And here were some final words of encouragement.
To say that we imposed our will on another team, on another man, and ultimately we won the game. That's what we do. We're going to start fast and finish what? Fast. No doubt about it. Break us down, Marco.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Let's go!
Take care of the ball. Dominate the kicking game. Our big playmakers make some plays when they're there to be made. Dominate in the green zone, dominate in the red zone. Just play like you can. You want to be special? You got to do something special. Win this game, it's special. Let's go.
And off we go. Welcome, everyone, to the progressive countdown to kickoff. And with that, a very pleasant good afternoon. Hi, everybody. I'm Steve Levy. What will the XFL do for an encore? It was a week 1 in the brand spanking new league that had everybody talking and tweeting, including hardcore NFL types such as our friend Chris Collinsworth over at NBC. Chris tweeting, "I like the XFL. Coaches I respect. Big plays, fresh rules, and a professional broadcast. Congrats, guys." And with that, I welcome in my partner, Greg McElroy. Really? It was a week in this town where we can't agree on anything and a time, and now everyone universally loves the XFL.
It was a great start, and you would think another week with all these players and teams kind of cohesively coming together, you think the product this week's going to be quite a bit better, and even better in the weeks to come.
P.J. Walker was the XFL Player of the Week in Houston, but the top-rated passer is right here in D.C. That's Cardell Jones.
He did a great job last week. I mean, we're talking about a guy that has not played a meaningful snap of football since 2015. He comes right out as a face of the league, and the toughest thing to simulate in practice is that live pass rush. Well, man, he was unaffected by it last week. So many examples of him shedding a defender, moving in the pocket, creating a little extra time for his receivers to separate and being accurate with the football. I thought it was a great start for him after what was a very long layoff from when he's had a lot of really meaningful opportunities.
He's 12-0 as a starter since high school, so he hasn't lost.
That's good. Yeah, I've heard that.
That's the 0. He'll be facing a New York defense that forced 5 turnovers a week ago. Here's Tom Luginbill.
Well, you might have a 260-pound quarterback. I got 700 pounds of interior stuffing right here. Joey Embu, TJ Barnes. So, guys, big plays a week ago. What's your most effective way of not only tackling Cardell Jones, but rattling his cage today?
Well, Cardell, he's a big man, so it's going to take a lot of relentless effort. He's not down to the referee blows his whistle, so a lot of relentless effort.
What's your plan?
Man, we just got to push the pocket. That's why they brought us to here. Push the pocket, make them one-dimensional, and we get after them.
Great stuff, guys. Let's take over to the other side of the field. The D.C. Defenders have a brand-new defender, Diana.
Yeah, Washington got a boost to their defense after trading with the L.A. Wildcats for pass rusher Anthony Johnson. Pep Hamilton calling you the best pass rusher in the XFL. But what has the last few hours been like for you?
I'll tell you one thing. It's been a crazy ride. Going from Los Angeles over here to the DMV. Many people couldn't make that trip, but I made it last night on the red eye, so I'm thankful to be here.
You're on a very little amount of sleep here, so what do we expect in terms of play for you out here?
Honestly, you're going to get everything I got to give. Coach told me they're going to try to keep me in the 12 to 15 play range. I told him however many more you need, I got it for you, so at the end of the day, I'm out here to play ball. That's my job.
Anthony, long cross-country flight, though. I got to ask you, are you pro-reclining the chair, or are you against it?
Now, let me tell you why I'm against it, all right? I don't have a problem with nobody reclining their seat, but I'm a little bit too tall for y'all to be leaning back on my knee. So keep your children and yourself to yourself. You hear me? I'm against reclining on the airplane. So yeah, that's it right there.
Yeah, that's a message to America.
You better believe it.
That's a man who has his finger on the pulse of what America is talking about. So a big defensive pickup. He goes from Pepper Johnson to Pep Hamilton. This has been the progressive countdown to kickoff. And among the new tweaks and the new rules here in the XFL, people really seem to be into the new kickoff rule. Encourages kick returns without the violent collisions. This would appear to be a win-win. Duke Austin will get the opportunity to return. He is standing at his own 5. There is no coin toss. There's only a kickoff. And Hunter Nicewander will put it in the air. Everybody's released as soon as the catch is made. And he's out to the 25-yard line and swung around. Guardians quarterback Matt McGloin is your classic underdog story. A walk-on in college, an undrafted free agent in the NFL, and he's not done yet.
When you play professional football, you get released sometimes. You go through stages where you doubt yourself and you doubt your abilities. But for me, I've always been able to grind through it. When I wasn't playing the game, I missed it. I don't ever think I've been playing the game harder than I am right now.
Matt McGloin, the 30-year-old starting quarterback. 4 years since he played in a regular season NFL game, and he comes out firing here in week 2 and completing to his tight end, Jake Powell.
I really like Matt McGloin. He's a baller. I mean, I don't know how else to describe it. The guy moves in the pocket seamlessly. He's more athletic than you realize, and he does a really nice job of placing the football. Honestly, Steve, you look at the 32 backup quarterbacks in the NFL, I think he's absolutely in the mix. I really believe that it's just about circumstances, and here, having an opportunity to lead a team that's only 2 hours from where he grew up. Very excited for this opportunity with the Guardians.
McGloin had a passing and rushing touchdown a week ago in the Week 1 win over Tampa, 23-3. Continues to throw. Tried to hit Tim Cook out of the backfield, and it's off the fingertips of Cook.
And a lot of really talented skill here on the field for both the Guardians and the defenders. Let's look first for the Guardians offense. Darius Victor, short but strong, only 5'6", but 230 pounds. Mikhail McKay, the other side, 6'6". Anthony Johnson, we saw him in the open, new pass rusher. And Jameer Thurman, the signal caller for this DC defense. Very athletic DC defense. It likes to challenge you at the line of scrimmage, especially on the perimeter with 2 outstanding corners.
2 seconds to snap it. They just barely get it away. McGloin off his back foot, trying to hit the receiver coming out of the break. Could not hook up with Joe Horn. And third down conversions were a problem a week ago. Amazing New York could win last week, going 1 for 10 on third down.
Yeah, it looks like it's just a bust on the left-hand side of the screen. You watch the left guard. I mean, absolutely nothing there for Tracy Sprinkle, who's able to come pretty much unevaded to the quarterback and force the early throw. A little mix-up there amongst the New York offensive line. Got to have hat for a hat. Can't allow defensive tackles in the quarterback's lap, Steve.
Hey, a lot of pressure. Justin Vogel just got it away. Eli Rogers from his own 30. Cutting up the field, gets out beyond the 40-yard line. There is a flag down. Our first penalty marker. We'll check out. The referee today is John O'Neill. All XFL officials are from the college ranks, and the majority of them from the Power 5 conferences.
Going to go right here. Personal foul, illegal blindside block number 20. Personal foul, illegal blindside block number 20 of the return team. 15 yards from the spot of the foul. First down.
Big penalty there will impact the starting field position. Cardell Jones just might be the face of this new league, and last week he showed the hype. He's real.
We need them to come through right here.
Hurry, go.
Cardell Jones, they flip. Back to Rogers, back to Jones. Put it on him, wide open, down the sideline.
I love you, man. I'm so proud of you. Appreciate it.
Always enjoy the double reverse flea flicker when it works out. You see the numbers on Cardell Jones. First down and 10. The penalty has him backed up to their own 20-yard line, and Jones comes out to throw. Sets his feet and fires and zips it in. He's got a man across the middle. It is Eli Rogers out to the 45-yard line. Tom Luganbill.
Yes, guys, very sad news as it relates to Eli Rogers. Lost his mother this week. She passed away latter part of this week. Her funeral is actually taking place right now, guys, and he chose to stay with this football team. He's going to head home at the conclusion of this game to be with his family, but boy, what an inspiring kid.
They get him involved in the action. He returns the punt. Then they throw to him on first down. On the ground to Donnell Pumphrey. Rogers had a very good week. Last week had 6 catches for 73 yards in the defenders' victory over Seattle here, 31-19.
He's one of the most accomplished players in the XFL. Of course, had 4 great seasons with the Pittsburgh Steelers, if not for the ACL tear that he suffered in the 2017 playoffs, he might still be up there, but an excellent weapon for Cardale Jones.
On 2nd down and 5. On the ground, it's Pumphrey again. The running game was an issue last week for D.C. They rushed 28 times, nearly half of their offensive snaps, only gaining 68 yards on the ground.
You know, Greg, that running game, too, with Donnell Pumphrey, he got banged up. He got rattled a little bit early last week, took some real shots. Pep Hamilton was concerned about how he was going to utilize him throughout the rest of the game, looking to get him more involved today.
Yeah, and they can keep it on the ground here, too. It's potential 4-down territory here where the defender's at on the field.
Jarrell Presley in the backfield now, and they do. They run right up the middle on 3rd down and 4 and don't get there. They're going to be a yard shy. Ryan Mueller made the stop.
And this is what the XFL has done a great job of. They've really penalized touchbacks. So you're seeing more 4th down attempts, especially early in the game.
And going fast. Now they slow things down.
Hey, Ox Bears heat! Ox Bears heat! Ox Bears heat! We on the ball! Nebraska! Hurry, hurry! Let's go!
Jones to throw for it. Flush from the pocket. Can see the sticks. He's got the 1st down and a whole lot more. They're going to mark him out at the 33-yard line of New York. It's the scamper for 13 and the 1st down.
It's an excellent job by Cardale Jones, recognizing man coverage from the Guardians. And you know what happens when they're in man coverage? The defenders aren't looking at you. They're looking at the guy they're covering. So you see he's trying to work Rodgers into the flat. And when Rodgers isn't there, he turns upfield. And a great job showcasing that athleticism from the 6'5", 260-pound quarterback.
Monday! To go! Blue Whitey!
Quick throw to Rodgers. Get him out in the flat. Try to get him in some space, making some people miss. And he's out of bounds at the 26. A.J. Hendy, the 2nd defender for the Guardians to get there. And, of course, our thoughts and condolences with Eli Rodgers, what that man must be going through to try and play a football game here today. There's an injured Guardian on the field, and that's Garrett Dooley, the linebacker. While he's attended to, play continues on. Here's Pumphrey to the line of scrimmage. And that running game's a carryover from a week ago. Nothing doing.
It's to be expected, running the ball in this league, knowing this offensive line. These guys have never played together. They've only been together for a couple months. So the running game, very much a work in progress, not just for D.C., but throughout the course of the XFL and all 8 teams.
Might have been an official timeout. Tom, what's going on down there?
Hey, guys, we got the injury here to Garrett Dooley, and the officials felt like he was too close to the sideline. It could have been a danger to the field of play, so there was a little confusion both on sidelines and with the New York Guardians players. So everybody just taking a breather here and going to go ahead and press the reset button.
Safety first, Tom.
Hopefully Garrett Dooley's okay. Did a great job last week. The former Wisconsin Badger made a few plays, had a fumble that he forced last week, a couple big collisions. So an impact player there at linebacker for the Guardians on the sideline right now.
3rd and 2. See if somebody jumped. Rotimi.
I'll start. Offense number 86. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Well, it's the tight end, Kari Lou, got caught.
Yeah, you got an earful, too. You see him, he'll jump early because Cardale could hear him from up here almost saying, Kari! So, unfortunate there, just trying to get an early start there, making a 3rd down and manageable 3rd down long. Very difficult situation here for D.C.
Didn't need the ESPN microphone on the field for that one.
I'll tell you what, it's still 4-down territory, though, with these rules, guys.
Yeah, potentially. And the kicker last week for D.C. was good from 54. So, and within his range here.
Hurry!
On 3rd and 7. Pressure up the middle. Jones hit as he throws, and it's complete to Eli Rodgers. Front of the 1st down. Cardale Jones come free. Savon Walker had the pressure. It's a gain of 18.
A beautiful job by Cardale Jones. An excellent job working against leverage. You see the defender there. Number 29, Bryce Jones, outside leverage. He knows that Eli has the entire field to work with. He anticipates the throw, puts plenty of air under it, and it's a big play. Excellent throw from Cardale Jones.
So this is interesting to me. You remember last week, Tampa Bay moved up and down the field but couldn't get in the end zone as Presley tries to turn the corner. Andrew Sora made the stop. This is a Guardians defense that allowed 394 yards of offense last week, and yet only a field goal allowed.
Yeah, very opportunistic down in this part of the field. They forced a couple errant throws. They got their hands on a couple. Very active as these windows got a little smaller.
Hey, Chicago,
DC did not make many mistakes last week. They capitalized on mistakes, so let's see if that trend can continue.
It's Pumphrey split out to the left, top of your screen.
Hurry, hurry. Go.
2nd and 11. Jones again off the back foot. He's just throwing that one away. 3rd and 11 upcoming.
Hey, muddle.
That is amazing. 4 red zone penetrations last week by the Tampa Bay Vipers and came away with only 3 points. That's a real testament to Jim Herman, the defensive coordinator, as you take a look at them there and the way his players were able to really clamp down as the Vipers approached the end zone.
2 seconds, 1 on the play clock. And DC forced to use a timeout. You only get 2 timeouts per team per half, and that's 1. Time-consuming opening drive here for the DC defenders. Back for 3rd and 11. Here's what Pep was thinking.
We're going to go house left, H home, okay? All right, and let's go Ox, Chicago Heat. All right, Ox, Chicago Heat, and let's go Flower. Yeah, let's go Flower. Flower F win. You got it. Let's go. We got it.
All right, you hear that H home. Here's the H. Expect him to motion back to the backfield. There he goes. Coming home.
That's Nick Brissett of LSU fame. Jones to throw. End zone. Got a man wide open. Caught. Touchdown. Welcome back, DeAndre Tompkins. 13-yard strike from Jones. And DC draws first blood.
It's a beautiful route here, and it shouldn't happen defensively. You look at the defender, outside leverage, number 22, that's Askew Henry. You see him cover his face mask. A corner route can't possibly beat outside leverage, but it does. And a beautiful job taking advantage of the poor alignment and poor execution defensively by Tompkins and Cardale Jones.
So an extra point or extra points through week 1 of the league. You see 11 attempts from the 2, 8 attempts from the 5. And DC will go for the 1-point conversion from the 2-yard line. Jones looks to throw for it. Off the pump. And some miscommunication unless he was throwing that away. And that'll keep the score 6-0 in favor of DC defenders. What an opening drive for DC.
A great start, and Cardale Jones dealing a hot hand. Was able to execute on a few big plays downfield, right out of the gate from start to finish. An excellent conversion there for the touchdown with Tompkins.
Here's Tom with him.
Hey guys, the former Penn State star, unable to play last week due to an injury. Take us through that play and what led to the touchdown.
It was a smash read. My guy was playing outside leverage. I knew I had the one-on-one, so I just won and then waited for the ball.
How good does it feel to be back in uniform playing this great game?
Ain't nothing like playing, man. Ain't nothing like beating another team, beating a man across from you, and just taking his will.
Thanks, buddy. Enjoy it.
Tom, I wish you would have asked him, how does a smash route, a corner route, an out-breaking route beat outside leverage? That's awesome. I mean, he said, I got to work it, I got to win. Speed and quickness, man. That was an excellent route, attacking the defender's leverage and finding a way to get open against a technique where you really shouldn't under any circumstance.
Nice wander. All alone, kicking from his 30 off a tee. Austin Duke from the 9. He catches it. Everybody else releases, and game on. Duke tripped up, stumbles forward to about the 26-yard line. Here's the play call from Pep Hamilton.
All right. Okay, easy, easy. All right, you guys over there, you run smash. Here we go. Come, bring in pressure. Touchdown. Thank you. Trust me, guys.
They're going to keep trusting him.
Trust me.
What a ball that was by Jones. Had to put some air underneath it to get it over the DB's head. Landed softly into Tompkins' hands for the score. On the ground, here's Darius Victor on first down and 10 from the New York Guardians. G.A. Magnus calls the plays for the New York Guardians.
One flood, West Batman. X now, alert, Zeev, half fly.
3 down, leg 53. Let's go.
Might take that X now to the top, just a quick throw.
Victor, they go back to him for the run. Try to improvise to his left, pick up a few, and it's going to be third down.
No, Greg, you talk about
Gun
taking
trips
that
right,
now.
Firm spacing. Gun trips right, 62 firm spacing.
Going spacing here, Greg, but on the last now, you know, if you get that with that look, right, you're free to take it. You don't have to hand it off.
Hey, guys, third down and 4. Anthony Johnson has checked in the game for the D.C. defenders. 97 red. We'll watch for him and the impact he'll have early. Coming off that edge, and they throw in that direction, able to complete to Mikhail McKay, but Desmond Lawrence made sure he couldn't get to the sticks. It's going to be fourth down.
That's clearly in front of them.
And you say McGloin is pleading his case. And here's Johnson coming off the edge. Just quick game, not much of an opportunity to make his impact felt in the pass rush. We'll keep an eye on him, one of the most disruptive edge defenders in the entire XFL, and a huge pickup off the trade from LA just a little over 24 hours ago.
You see what Justin Vogel is looking at, special teams player of the week, and it's a fake. It's Williams, Marquise Williams, the backup quarterback who took off and ran it for the easy first down for 16 yards.
Man, an excellent job on the right side, securing the edge. And how about the pull by Dooley, number 59. And Marquise Williams, athletic quarterback from North Carolina, having an opportunity to get in there in a short yardage situation and get to the edge. Excellent job by Kevin Gilbride and this Guardians special teams unit.
It's like New York needed a spark on offense. They keep the football. First down and 10 across midfield now. Here's McGloin loading up and firing. Looking for Joe Horn, was looking to his right. It was over his left shoulder, incomplete.
Just an inaccurate throw there from McGloin, but Horn could have been just a little bit wider on the seam route.
Tom.
Coach, real quick, what led to that decision to go for it on the fake punt?
Well, I just thought we needed a spark here offensively. So after them driving the ball as long as they did, we had to do something. We were close enough. We thought we saw something in the film. We took advantage of it.
Thanks, Coach.
Second down and 10 now. 1 second to snap it again. Just get it away. McGloin. Lots of traffic. Gets it off to his back. Victor making some people miss. Lowers the shoulder. And the ball comes out, and D.C. has it. And the defenders are walking down the field with Raheem Moore. What a turn of events here, and a flag comes in at the end, and players continue to get together. One helmet came flying off. Another player is still down. And the benches are starting to empty as well. This is going to take some time to sort out. That's Darius Victor. He was the ball carrier. He's headed for the medical tent. He coughed up the football that Raheem Moore was able to pick up and return.
Well, there was a huge collision, obviously, between
Wright,
him and Scooby Wright, but it actually came from the behind him. Number 45 appears to have come and ripped it from the left-hand side. That's Raheem Moore. It's a heads-up play.
Just hang on. Let me get the ruling on the field.
This guy, he's got a knee down.
You hear the voice of Terry Valenti, the replay official.
He's not touched. Okay, I'm going to go. They're sorting the field out, right?
Tara, we're going to announce the ruling on the field, then we're going to figure the fouls out.
Got it? He touches him. He's touched. He's touched. 70 touches him. Okay. The clock is going to be at 3:46. I'm going to stop the game because we got to reverse this. We're going to stop the game when you've announced stopping the game. Okay.
Ty. Start ready. Get ready to write. Huh? No. We're going to move the ball. Then we're going to do the foul. The game
Terry Valenti is the replay official.
Just
Steve Strimling is the officiating supervisor, and they're in
we're going to put
communication with John O'Neill, our referee.
All the numbers for the fouls? Both teams?
And the spot is
I want you to stand and read those to me after we announce the ruling on the field.
3:46.
Ty. Get ready to write. Get your pen out. Get ready to write.
John, we have stopped
Jerry,
the game.
I need the yard line and the clock. And then we're going to announce the fouls.
All right. I've got the 39-yard line is where we're going to go back to on A's 39, and the clock is at 3:46. He was down by contact. There was a turnover, but the defensive New York player was down by the DC player was down at 39.
Okay, thank you. The player who recovered the fumble was touched down by contact at the 39-yard line. Please adjust the game clock to 3 minutes, 46 seconds.
There's got to be some flags for personal fouls afterwards, doesn't there?
All kinds. As you see the return, and this is kind of where it got a little chippy.
38
coming in, 70 coming in.
Thomas. From what I could tell, that's Shamarko Thomas who started the after effects.
Number 99 got an unsportsmanlike conduct foul for removing his helmet during the melee. First down.
You saw a couple Guardians offensive linemen in there, and they're down 2 of their starting offensive linemen, so they're thin up front to begin with. And Anthony Coyle is one of only 2 guards on the team, and he was one of the guys involved. So you got to be smarter and allow cooler heads to prevail, because if he would have gotten tossed, the Guardians would have been a really difficult spot with their offensive line depth.
Ian Silberman and Garrett Brumfield, the starters at center and right guard, both injured a week ago. And that's why they're so thin on the offensive line for New York.
Overshadowed in the play was a heck of a play by McGloin just to get rid of the football. Unfortunately, as Victor was going to the ground, it was stripped. So a heads-up play defensively by DC.
Here we go.
An unfortunate play there from the Guardians.
Hurry, go.
Bottom line, it's a turnover, and DC's got the football. DeAndre Tompkins, a quick spin, and he's out to the 46-yard line. Guardians did not turn the football over once a week ago. And they cough up the early turnover here in the first quarter.
So much about week one in the XFL was avoiding mistakes, and the teams that made the mistakes, they came up on the losing end. And you think about DC's performance, they didn't really do anything special, but they didn't have any key mistakes. So taking advantage of others has been their forte so far.
2nd down and 5. Here's Presley for a yard or two. Steve Strimling is our officiating supervisor. He's in the booth immediately to our right. Steve, can you just clear up so we get the turnover, we get the recovery of the fumble, was touched by a man, so that's where he's down there. But how about the flags after that?
The flags afterwards was for contact after the play was over. They felt that those were unsportsmanlike acts and also coming off the field. We're going to get clarification if this counts towards 2 for disqualification. 99 was on the field and removed his helmet, and that is an automatic foul by rule.
So there were 2 flags, and did they offset then?
Yeah, all fouls that happen in that dead ball period against both sides, regardless of how many, in those cases, they will cancel themselves off. It's not 2 versus 1, they just all cancel.
Steve Strimling is our officiating supervisor. Thank him for his time now. 1st down and 10, just across midfield. 6-0 DC. Off the play fake. Jones to Presley out of the backfield. He takes a big shot after picking up 2 yards. Rotimi, one of the stars from a week ago for the Guardians with 9 tackles, came up with a big hit on Presley.
And so far here, I know it's early in this football game, but the tackling so far from both teams, a significant improvement from what we saw a week ago.
2nd down and 7. The tackling has been a constant talking point. A lot of the teams did no tackling at all heading into week 1. It's one of those things that's tough to practice. 2nd down and 7. 2nd snap. Jones on the run. And able to complete. Malachi Dupree. Here's Diana.
Scooby Wright was down on the field. Can you explain what happened out there?
So it was a pass play, threw him the ball. I ran over and tackled him, hit him in the mouth.
And that caused all that melee there?
Yeah, forced fumble recovery. Got the ball. Go Defenders.
Thanks.
That's like go Tigers. Go Defenders. Doesn't roll off the tongue the same kind of way, but you get the idea.
Absolutely. And Scooby Wright, one of the most decorated college players in the country a few years ago for the University of Arizona, won almost every Defensive Player award. So good to see him healthy back out there playing at a high level.
We got 22.
Zeros on the play clock.
Glaive game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 1st down.
So that's really not supposed to happen in the XFL because the play caller, the coordinator or head coach in this case, has communication to not just the quarterback but all the skill position players, and yet they still run out the play clock there.
Muddle. Wide and flat.
You should rarely see delay a game in this XFL. Cardell Jones is 7 of 8 for 83 yards in the score, and he's facing a 1st and 15. On the ground, Pumphrey still trying to get that running game going for DC.
Well, Greg, when you watch this DC offense, and we talk about, you know, the communication in the helmet, when you watch Cardell Jones, he's doing a lot at the line of scrimmage, so they're taking up a lot of time after they're getting the play. They've got to be mindful of that going forward.
There's so much communication trying to iron things out between him and the offensive line.
Here it is again.
In the NFL, the communication shuts off with 15 seconds left on the play clock, and in the XFL, it never shuts off. I mean, not at all. They motion Pumphrey out, bottom of your screen. He missed it again.
That's the end of the first quarter.
The play clock ticking down, and the zeros on the game clock, and that marks the end of the first quarter. Not as crisp as an opening week game here in week 2. 6-0 DC leading.
ABC's presentation of the XFL is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Save when you bundle auto, home, or motorcycle insurance. Visit progressive.com.
Guardians head coach Kevin Gilbride spent 2004 through 2013 with the Giants, first as a quarterback coach, then offensive coordinator. Won 2 Super Bowls as OC with the Giants. He called the David Tyree catch. Is that fair? I mean, I guess he called the play that led to the David Tyree helmet catch, which was voted the #1 play, the greatest all-time play in Super Bowl history by our friends at the NFL Network.
I don't think you can really call that play.
No,
that was one of those cases where it's Jimmy's and Joe's over X's and O's.
Got
it.
I mean, understood.
It's not one where, hey, Eli, break out of this scrum and throw up a Hail Mary, and hey, David, go up there and snag it.
I guess Tyree dropped every single pass in practice on the Friday before that Super Bowl. Here's Jones to throw. He's come out hot. Good protection. That is dropped by DeAndre Tompkins. DC came into the game as a touchdown favorite and having a 6-point lead. Well, that would be 13, yet our friends at Caesars have added the hook for your convenience.
The interesting thing, though, is the total coming in, as it goes away, was 46.5. Right. Now it's only 43.5. It's only been 6 points through one quarter. So Vegas holding on to what might be a high-scoring game here in the quarters to come.
We open up quarter number 2 with Greg McElroy, Tom Luganbill, Diana Rossini, the birthday girl. I'm Steve Levy. Welcome to Washington, D.C. On 3rd and 13. Underneath is Pumphrey. They want to get the ball in his hands and in space because he can do that for you. Jamar Summers finally brought him down, but not until Pumphrey ripped off 17 in the first.
And this is what veteran quarterbacks do. Hey, it's 3rd and long, no problem. You're thinking you got to force it downfield, right? No, not necessarily. You got your best ball carrier working out into the flat with a lot of space. You find Pumphrey, you hit him in stride, he makes a guy miss. Next thing you know, you got a fresh set of downs inside the red area.
Yeah, Andrew Soro had the opportunity for New York to bring him down. Couldn't corral him. So the ball spotted now at the 20-yard line. Pumphrey is split out top of your screen. Underneath again, DeAndre Tompkins. He caught the touchdown. And he's down to the 10. See if they give him the first down. So we're able to wrap him up that time.
Zebra 24. Give me dope right tight stack. Dope right tight stack. Dope right tight stack. That's okay. Right there. All right. You running right at 30, Kahari. All right. Pump, you got the wheel.
Watch Pumphrey on the wheel right out of the backfield.
10th play of the drive.
Right, end zone. That's PI. He held us off.
Miscommunication there. DeAndre Tompkins couldn't get near that football, and Jamar Summers, have a little chat with him.
Zebra. Thorbuzz right. Zebra, Thorbuzz right. Corner's over or not?
Corner's over, looking to see if it's man coverage.
Right, great, here we go.
If the corner's over, it's man.
Bears cross book. Bears cross book. Okay, and let's go click out there. Click. Let's go flower.
Hey, Bears cross. Hurry. Let's go.
Hand it off.
Inside handoff. Jarrell Presley. Pep was not pleased with that.
Zebra on the ball. Zebra. All right, house right. Thor house right.
Okay. Hear him only calling Thor house right. He just wants to get a look and see what the defense is doing. House right, it's only a
Chicago
formation.
Hey, Chicago bullet. Chicago bullet. Hurry. Let's go.
Come on, blitz.
Let's see if DeAndre Wesley jumped.
Ball start. Offense number 79. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Right. That's the big fella. Played 6 NFL games with the Ravens back in 2015.
All right, house right flex, 8 short. Let's go Chicago Cinco special halfback shallow. Chicago Cinco special halfback shallow. Okay. No. Here we go. You got the short motion down. You got the shallow. You got the red line, Kahari. Red line.
All right, so he's going to take this H. He's going to run him on a shallow right across the field like this. Let's see if they look at number 26, Presley.
New York rushing for the throw underneath. It is Presley. Again, that was a 3rd and goal, and he's out of bounds at the 10-yard line. And we'll get a field goal attempt. Pep Hamilton told us he got a call from his grandmother this week who said, "I love the Boilermaker." And that's when Pep realized that McElroy's given away all his plays on ABC.
He said, "I love that Boilermaker play, you know, the double reverse pass."
They called the bullet? Okay. Okay.
Here's Ty Rossa from 27. On the way and good. So DC adds to their lead. 11:14 to go here in the first half. 9-0. Matt McGloin and the Guardians offense need to get something going when we come back. Week 2 in the XFL continues after our game, 5 o'clock Eastern. The Vipers and Dragons from Seattle over on Fox. They're going to have nearly 30,000 at CenturyLink for that one.
Take the over.
Then tomorrow, the Dallas Renegades are in L.A. We'll see if the Wildcats can figure out their problems. Landry Jones is scheduled to go 3 o'clock Eastern on ABC, and then the nightcap to the Week 2. The Battlehawks and the Roughnecks will go at it. We're going to look at Philip Walker, the great Houston quarterback, on FS1 at 6 Eastern. Note the kickoff time there tomorrow.
I'm excited for that Tampa Bay Seattle game. Seattle, man, they can't get enough of the XFL, fired up to welcome their Dragons home.
Austin Duke from the 15. Up the middle of the field. And he'll only get to the 25-yard line. Diana.
It wasn't. All right, here at Cardale Jones, you know, you guys had that false start. It did have some momentum, but what's really been the biggest challenge for you so you guys don't stop?
We got to just continue making plays, staying on the same page, and making the plays that's there. There's nothing there personally. There's nothing in my personal opinion that they're doing to stop us right now, and I think it's all self-inflicted. But we should definitely have 14 to 16 points on the board right now.
All right, we'll go get them.
DC outgaining New York 146 to 39. Just 39 points, yards of offense for New York. That's mostly why they're trailing 9-0. Tim Cook is in the backfield now. Here's McGloin. Trying to take a deep shot. McKay. Big play, McKay. Couldn't get underneath that one. Tom.
The guys here, what we're seeing here, a little bit of defensive work. Defensive coordinator and defensive line coach. CJ Ayu, Jim Sherman, the defensive coordinator, just going over some of the defensive alignments with this group as they start to get this football team ready to go.
They got to find an answer right now. DC's been really converting, and you heard Cardale a second ago. The reason why they haven't scored has really been some self-inflicted mistakes. So, got to find an answer for what the defenders are doing offensively.
McGloin goes right back to McKay. He's got the size you love, 6'5", $195.
That's a big body for McKay. One of their highest draft picks among skill positions. He's a featured receiver and is an absolute matchup nightmare. Him working against Elijah Campbell, number 28, for the defenders that's one you salivate over as a guy that's trying to evaluate prospects. Those two guys could flat out get it. So it's going to be fun to watch number 1 in gray, number 28 in red all day today.
McKay got back just in time prior to the opener, had a lower body injury, came to camp banged up. McGloin had all sorts of time. There's the deep shot, and it's picked off. Intercepted. Matt Elam is there, the former first-round pick of the Baltimore Ravens, and that was an easy interception for Elam. Second turnover of the game for the Guardians, who didn't turn it over a single time a week ago.
Like taking candy from a baby with the former first-round pick, the former Baltimore Raven. Nothing there as McGloin drops back, surveys the field, doesn't like it, throws it late. Easy stuff there from Elam as the defenders are back on offense after this.
Back in D.C. here with New York Guardians quarterback Matt McGloin. Matt, walk us through that progression of what led to the interception.
Yeah, just a poor decision on my part. You know, hey, we got to continue to push forward here. It's only a one-score game.
A lot of self-inflicted wounds. You seem to have a hard time getting in a rhythm on offense. How do you fix that?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you got to continue to push forward, you know, operate the plays that are being called. And, you know, it starts with me.
Thanks, Matt.
All right, thanks.
Just a force there from McGloin. Can't make mistakes like that, especially when you have a ranging safety like Elam in the back end.
First down and 10. Jones right back for the deep shot, and Rodgers, you can see, turned his head around a little too late, and the ball was on time and couldn't hang on.
That would have been a heck of a catch. The adjustment was amazing because the ball was thrown upfield. Rodgers trying to work to the sideline, and Cardale threw it more towards the end zone, so he had to flip his head, find the ball. It might look like it was an easy, manageable catch, but to contort his body to get to that point was pretty remarkable. So that's one he'll bring in more often than not.
I'm going to give Eli a pass on anything that happens in this game today with what he's dealing with off the field, as Tom reported earlier. Passing away of his mom. There's Pumphrey out to midfield. Stopped by Juwan Johnson. It's third down.
Situation here, 4 down potentially.
Iron Man, don't price stack. Let's go.
Just calling the formation, just trying to take a picture of what they're going to do defensively.
Give me Chicago, Potter, Rebel,
Hey,
Z-Fade.
Chicago Potter.
Chicago Potter, Rebel, Z-Fade.
Chicago Potter. Chicago Potter. Hurry, hurry. Go.
Sideline, hand fighting, and Tompkins couldn't haul it in. He's with Jamar Summers, the leader of the defensive backfield for the Guardians. Everybody's a big Jamar Summers fan.
An excellent player. It's an opportunity here, though. I like the idea against press coverage. You call that Z-fade. Pretty well thrown ball for the most part, just a little bit too deep, maybe just a hair more air underneath it, and that ball is completed. Good look, though, working against New York's best corner.
Summers had a fumble recovery for a touchdown in the fourth quarter a week ago as they thumped Tampa 23-3. Austin Duke is back, and it will bounce into the end zone, and they'll bring it out to the 35-yard line on the punt. Check it out. The action continues on ABC tomorrow. Dallas and Los Angeles. You know they're not fooling around in Los Angeles. Pepper Johnson, after the opening game, the defensive coordinator, got fired out there. And next Saturday we'll be in Tampa. See what the Roughnecks look like against the Tampa Bay Vipers. Vipers having to wait a couple of weeks before their home opener.
See what Houston looked great last week. We talked about it early in the broadcast. And P.J. Walker from Houston. Man, he ran that run and shoot beautifully last Saturday night, so it looked like they might be a dynamo offensively.
Here's Tim Cook. Good chunk on first down there as we look some of the week 2 predictions. That's against the number by our fellas, McElroy and Lugabill. We kind of agree until we get to St. Louis and Houston. So when you look at that, Greg, are you saying St. Louis wins outright, or you're taking the Battlehawks with the 7.5?
I'll take the points. I like the way St. Louis was able to defend the pass last week, and we know that Houston can air it out for sure, but Dallas is built similarly.
McGloin again has great time, has a man open, and Austin Duke just could not come up with that football. Tyree Kinnell had the coverage there for DC.
The ball was just way off the mark, but like we were talking about in regards to Houston and what we might see from St. Louis. St. Louis, man, Jordan Ta'amu at quarterback, I'm very impressed with his ability to still be kind of a dual threat option, so they might have something brew with that run game a little bit in St. Louis with how they can get after it.
Third down and 2. Third down continues to be a problem trying to convert, and the Guardians go on the ground and just get enough. Anthony Johnson, proving is more than just a pass rusher. He's able to make the stop, but they'll move the sticks.
Yeah, and you see Johnson right here on the end of the line of scrimmage, able to make the play as he crashes down inside. Just not enough there on 3rd and 2, but You got to think number 97 as he works to get a little more comfortable. Probably still a little jet lagged, to be honest with you. He landed about 15 hours ago at Dulles, so it's pretty amazing the fact that he's able to play and contribute in such a short period of time.
Fumble off the snap, and McGloin able to recover it. Or not. DC's pointing in the direction of their football. Looks like a pretty good snap. And they go with a backup center in Damian Mama. That's a bit low.
A bit low, but one the quarterback you would think would be able to corral. McGloin so far has not had his best stuff. Been off the mark, inaccurate, and made some careless mistakes that you're not used to seeing from him.
Matthew Colburn is in. They took the deep shot to Colburn on the pass, which McGloin was picked off on. Wants him again. He only needs 1 foot in bounds. In the XFL, they're calling that incomplete out of bounds. And he's down on the turf pointing to the marker, the chalk.
See that left foot appears like it's on that white line.
Right.
So a good job by the official who's all over it. But I really admire the sell job right there from Matt Colburn. I mean, hey, I caught it. I was in.
He started out of bounds. Give yourself an inch there.
A+ for effort as they'll take a look at it. A few different angles. It's really close and a great effort like we alluded to.
See if they stop the game here. There are no coaches' challenges in the XFL. In fact, every play is under review in essence. Just get that one away on 3rd and 13, and McGloin is throwing it away. And Matt McGloin is 3 of 11, and a flag comes out.
Might get McGloin for intentional grounding.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go spot of the foul. Right. Intentional grounding. Offense number 14. Lost it down at the spot of the foul. 4th down.
Never got outside the tackle box. And so McGloin's struggles continue.
I'll tell you what, Greg, this DC defense starting to get a beat on this New York offense, and they're pinning their ears back and coming after them.
They got a feel for their protections for sure with some of the free rushers they've been able to get these last couple drives.
Starting to see some frustration in Matt McGloin's body language as well.
Justin Vogel set to punt it away from his 15. Eli Rogers back deep. Here's Rogers. Out to the 41-yard line. 43-yard punt, 13 on the return. ESPN's presentation of the XFL on ABC will return after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
All right, guys, so the Washington defense here giving Matt McGloin tons of problems today. You guys are still making adjustments, though. What is it that your coach is telling you guys to do?
Just a shock shed, get off blocks quicker. If you don't, they're going to hold you, and refs aren't calling it. I mean, it is what it is. We're not going to complain about it. We just got to make adjustments to it and keep affecting the quarterback, putting pressure in his face, keep putting his lineman in his face, make it hard for him to throw the windows.
All right, Steve?
The big body that is Elijah Qualls, 6'1", 337 in the middle of that defensive line for the defenders. So Pep Hamilton is the head coach. He calls the plays for DC. The defense coordinator is Jim Herman for New York.
Odd Sam 0. Odd Sam 0.
Jim nearly took my hand off with his handshake grip yesterday in our production meeting. Was not ready for that. 2nd and 9. Pumphrey banged around. Joey Embu stop.
All right, Greg, here we go. Give me on the ball Sunday. Buzz left,
Monty.
H left.
Mug Monty. Mug
Special
Monty.
Y shallow. You ready for the Y?
What is it?
There's the Y right here. Reference to shallows. Watch that Y to come across the field.
Go. You gotta go wrong.
And work potentially as that check down downfield.
3rd and 8.
Hurry.
Rushing 4. Gets rid of it and nearly intercepted. In and out of the hands of Bryce Jones. Really hit him in the numbers. Jones had an interception a week ago. Could not come up with this one.
Yeah, one he should have absolutely had to. Cardale Jones getting a little greedy there on one of the downfield throws. He had the shallow underneath, but instead opted to try to hit that deep over route. Got away with one, too. This one should definitely be Guardians football after the interception.
Yeah, Greg, they made those plays last week, and that's really been the difference in this first half between the two teams.
That's a great point, Tom. Second straight 3 and out there by DC. Nicewander is back to punt from his 31. 1 second to snap it away. He'll take the delay game there.
Offense. That penalty's declined. 4th down.
So that's the intentional delay game, which is then declined. So as if it never happened, except the clock ticks down at 2:57 before halftime. Austin Duke is at his own 15-yard line.
It's amazing knowing all the mistakes that the Guardians have made. Still only a 1-possession game. For instance, they score a touchdown, they can go for 3. Next thing you know, it's tie ball game potentially. So all the mistakes adding up, but still very much in this thing with 1 drive.
Nicewander had a 50-yard punt last time out. Floats one. There's Duke from the 15, and he is taken down. Jarrell Presley, the running back, with the big special teams tackle there.
An excellent job by Presley in the gunner spot and getting home. Great coverage from this DC defender team. They've done such a great job today, forcing some mistakes, and have been very sound in all 3 phases for the most part.
George G.A. Mangus, he calls the plays for the New York Guardians. He uses Kevin Gilbride's terminology, however. And Louis Chofie is the defensive coordinator for the defenders.
All right, let's go. Let's go 0 trips
gun,
right.
3
0
match,
trips
but show a shell look.
East
don't
gas,
line up
alert
3
West
match.
Zorro.
Okay? Gun, 3 match, safeties hold it.
East gas, alert West Zorro.
That means it's a run check, so he can run to the right, but if he doesn't like his look, he can check it. But it looks like he's going to keep it on the run to the right.
And that's the 2-minute warning before they could get the snap away. We'll take the break with them. 9-0 DC. Guardians need some points before the half. Back from the 2-minute warning. You see the comeback period, as they call it, the rules. And you'll see that plays that are inbounds, running plays, and the clock will stop even though they are inbounds till they set the ball. 5 seconds will come off the 25-second play clock, and then we'll go. So the full playbook is open in the XFL under 2 minutes. 2nd down and 6. Here's McGloin. Gets some pressure. Again, just trying to get rid of it there. Tom.
Hey, guys, you know, one of the things that I'm noticing evaluating the sideline with New York is there's a real frustration level with Matt McGloin right now. And there seems to be a disconnect between McGloin and the coaching staff in terms of the direction and the philosophical approach they're taking versus this defense. Now, compounding problem is that right now they don't have an answer for blocking DC, and that's making things work. They're going to have to come up with some answers at halftime.
They've had guys open. I mean, G.A. Mangus has gotten guys open a few different times. McGloin hasn't been accurate, so I think equitable blame to spread it around.
3rd and 6. The check down to Tim Cook. There is a penalty marker down. Cook has the necessary yardage. Scooby right on the tackle. Let's see the call, though. Coming back. That's Avery Young, the backup right guard.
Offense number 73. 10-yard penalty. Repeat 3rd down.
Preston to service with the injury to Garrett Brumfield.
Here we go. 3 wides. 3 wides. 3 wides. Gun 2, slot wide. Gun 2 slot wide, 562. Ringo screen right to A.
Gun 2 slot wide. WF wide.
Gun 2 slot wide. WF wide. 562. Ringo screen right.
I think just going to be a little screen here. Based on what they said, Ringo potentially a screen to the right. Let's see what they go with. There it is.
Try to set it up. It is Colburn out of the backfield. It's going to be shy of the marker. So they had the first down. They finally get something clicking, and then there's the penalty. Cost some more yardage, and it's 4th and 5. Saw a fake punt earlier. Here's Vogel from his 5. Kicking away from the 10. Great punt. Runs Eli Rogers all the way back to his own 20-yard line. They're trying to cut up the field. And out to the 37. That's a 59-yard punt and a 16-yard return. Minute 15 left until halftime. It's Cardell Jones and DC. They have 1 timeout left in the half. Plenty of opportunities to add to their 9-0 lead.
Check it down. Okay. All right, if it's cover 3, look inside, go outside if you feel like they're playing invert or overlap. You got to get on your horse now, Rashad. Okay. We did.
You get a chance to hear the play, but based on what he said to Rashad, makes you think it's going to be deep balls, 4 vertical here. With this look, you might be able to work Kari Lee on the seam.
Here's Jones, got a man wide open, bit underthrown, and still able to make the catch is Rashad Rocket Ross. Gain of 40 yards.
It was an excellent job by Cardell Jones, seeing the entire defense. As that corner started to drift inside, Summers, he recognized that he had some wit to be able to find Ross down the field on the go route. Beautifully done.
You got a corner out, Kahar. Take it high. You got a hitch, Jarrell. A locked hitch.
How great are these little nuggets to each player,
Get
guys?
to the B gap, Eli.
Yeah, you got the hole.
He's saying he's got a corner route. He might be able to hit Kari on this corner route deep.
Right there. Snap. Oh.
Jones just dumps it underneath. It is DeAndre Tompkins who came back to help out his quarterback there. 39 seconds left in the half.
X Atlas, F drift, okay? X Atlas, F drift. All right. Trough right stack, Y counter, Chicago Cinco, X Atlas, F drift. Here we go. X has a bang post. Let's go. On the ball. Rashad, you got the bang, okay?
So he's telling Rashad to the left. He's got a bang 8 post.
Hurry.
It's kind of like a skinny glance.
Jones off his back foot, turned around Pumphrey,
okay, great.
And it's incomplete. 3rd and 7.
We don't have to get to the end zone. Here we go. Give me Buzz left on the ball. Sunday. Buzz left.
+1 red stay. +1 red stay. 1 red stay. Stay.
Bear Cinco special, 8 shallow. House left flex, 8 short. Bear Cinco special, 8 shallow. Be alert for pressure.
Here's that same play that they ran a little earlier. You're going to see the H come down and run across the field.
Hurry.
3rd and 7. Too far for Pumphrey. Could not come up with it.
I got beat.
4th down, and the field goal team will come out. Well within Ty
So what
Ross's
happened?
range.
What happened? We just broke down in pro. Hey, did you beat him on special?
Ross a hit from 54, a career long a week ago. This will be a 36-yard attempt. The timeout was called. Talked to Rossa on the field. He thought he was ripped off by the league on that one a week ago. Thought he was from 55. He said, I swear it was on the line.
I would have given it to him for 55. Why not? Come on, round
Double
up.
nickel sounds so much better.
Absolutely. Or at least 54 and a hook, right? Give him that half yard.
Speaking of hooks, going to be hard to get the 46 and a hook in a 9-0 game as we approach halftime.
A lot of time left, Steve. You thought the over was in last week, and sure enough, what did it do?
First it was in, then it was out. Cardell Jones.
Don't spend that money too quick, Steve.
How about New York a week ago, and they were benefiting from their defense as well, but had the big score last week, put up all those points, and have been blanked so far at the half here. Here's Rasa on the way. Splits the uprights, and it's good. And so the defenders have a 12-0 lead, 26 seconds left, and New York has one timeout remaining.
Has a chance here, though. Steal some points before half if you're the Guardians.
Hit it now. Let's go, let's hit it. Go. Oh, yeah.
New York last week did a pretty good job in their kick return game. Austin Duke had a kick return to open their season out beyond the 50. So they've done pretty well in this part of the game so far here in the first 6 quarters of XFL action. So the big return here, you still got a timeout, plus the timing rules in effect under 2 minutes. Still plenty of time for the Guardians to potentially steal some points.
.26 ticks left. One timeout. Nice wander. To the 12. Here's Austin Duke. New York needs some kind of spark, and they won't get it from the return. He's out just to the 27-yard line. Sidney Cobbs forced him out of bounds in the special teams stop. What a difference Matt McGloin from a week ago when he said he was having the most fun playing football he's had in a long time. And as Tom reported earlier, you can see the frustration starting to boil over a little bit here. We approach halftime. He's just 4 of 12 with 27 yards and 1 interception.
Taylor on 2, ready? Snow, Tim, snow. Hey, snow. 4 down, Mike 53. Set. 180. What do you got?
Underneath to Tim Cook. That's not going to get it done. Again, the clock will stop inside of 2 minutes, even though the tackle inbounds. See, there's 15 seconds left in the half. The 25-second play clock will drop down, and when that hits 20, the game clock will start. You can go quicker if you choose. Bit of a low snap again, and flags fall. Looks like there was movement on the left side of that line.
This is a runoff.
Offensive penalty.
You guys want the runoff?
If it's an offensive penalty, it'll take 10 seconds
I
off
know.
the runoff.
I'm asking if they want the runoff. They want to take the timeout. What number do you have, Rod?
Going to steal John's thunder.
Ball start. Here. Offense number 74. 5-yard penalty. Still second down. New York has taken a timeout to avoid the 10-second runoff. The clock will start on the snap.
Didn't really have a decision there. There's only 9 seconds left in the half. So if you want to at least have one more play, well, you got to burn that timeout.
Just get something. I mean, get a little rhythm. I mean, get something going offensively. You haven't done anything hardly and have plenty of missed opportunities. So don't make a catastrophic mistake. But maybe give yourself a little momentum heading into halftime.
Tack a second on, so we'll go with 10 seconds until halftime. Nothing doing. And the coin will be dropped by Jay Bromley. Former Syracuse star on the sack.
Him and his new teammate teaming up here. You're going to see a little cross action right here as they work out. You see that X on the right side of your screen between the defensive tackle and the defensive end. And two of the more disruptive defensive linemen in the entire league get home as Anthony Johnson makes his presence felt. Bromley gets all the credit with the sack.
And the half will come to an end. Diana.
Matt, what does this team need to do on offense to get something going here?
We need to change the whole entire game plan at halftime.
Okay, what do you need to change about the game plan? What are you frustrated about?
There's just a lot going on right out now. It's embarrassing for us here as an offense, so a lot of things we want to fix and correct.
Thanks.
Wow. Changed the entire offensive game plan. And these are short half times. 10 minutes on the clock.
It ain't over.
Better go burn some chalk. Time is of the essence if they're going to completely reinvent the wheel. I think they had some opportunities. They just let too many of those get away.
Defenders at home. Looking to go up to 2-0. They have a 12-0 lead at halftime over the New York Guardians.
Thank you. Do you respect Deontay as a fighter?
No.
Why not?
Because that's why. The first fight's a failure. Someone's got to go. A draw won't do. My destiny lies within my own hands. Immortality awaits me.
I'm the hardest puncher. I'm the baddest man on the planet. And I'm gonna knock Tyson Fury out.
There is no fight that can happen today that's as big as this.
Everything is real now. Don't blink.
Welcome back to D.C. 12-0. The D.C. Defenders over the New York Guardians in the locker room here outside of the New York Defenders locker room. And we're going to take in the locker room a lot of frustrated personalities, both coaches and players with the New York Guardians. As we walk in here, take a listen for what's been preached now on behalf of this coaching staff. Defensive coordinator Jim Herman, you see there in the middle of the room, is addressing the defense. We certainly heard Matt McGloin, the New York quarterback, tell Diana Rossini coming into the locker room that we need to change the entire game plan. So the offensive coaches, G.A. Magnus, as well as the head coach, Kevin Gilbride, meeting with the quarterbacks and the offensive personnel here shortly.
Gonna be there.
Diana, what's going on your side in the D.C. locker room?
All right, well, things are pretty quiet on the offensive side, but over here on the defensive side, let me take you in here, where the defensive coordinator was just talking to these guys, and his message was essentially, guys, you got to keep your foot on their necks right now. We have them. We're rattling this entire offense. We don't need to make a lot of changes. We just need to keep the pressure on them. Let's just take a listen to them as they're getting wrapped up here in this very short halftime. Coach, the quick message to your team to make sure that they go back out here and continue doing what they're doing?
So we're very happy with the first half, obviously. We just talked to them about continue to execute our defense, continue to do our plan, and this is a great opportunity for us. Last week we came in here, it was a tie game. This week we get to come out of here with a lead. So we get to see if we can continue to do what we did in the first half and finish this team off.
Coach, thanks so much. All right, the D.C. Defenders right now lead over the Guardians 12-0. We'll be right back.
Keep your foot on their neck.
I'm definitely playing for the guys next to me.
Show my little brother some good footsteps to lead through. Really just playing for myself. I feel like I still have a lot to showcase.
The ones that didn't have the opportunity to make it to play professionally.
And that feeling that you have on game day is priceless.
Everything's fast in the XFL. Not a lot of time spent in the locker room at halftime. 12-0 in favor of the D.C. Defenders. How do we get to this point? Game Flow is brought to you by Progressive.
It all got started by Cardale Jones dealing a very hot hand on that opening drive right down the field and finding Tompkins in the back corner of the end zone on a beautiful throw, but the Guardians would not be outdone. The backup quarterback, Marquise Williams, on the fake punt, getting around the edge on a critical conversion. Didn't lead to anything, no, because of the fumble here by Victor. Excellent job there by the D.C. defense. ripping that ball free. And Matt McGloin really struggled in the first half. Was not accurate, did not make great decisions, including this one. He just kind of threw up a prayer to Matt Elam that was easily intercepted. His frustrations very obvious throughout the course of that first 30 minutes.
And Matt McGloin's interview with Diana Rossini heading off to the locker room at halftime was, I mean, that was substantial. Rarely do you hear a quarterback say, we got to change the entire offensive game plan going into the second half. The beauty of it is for New York, they're only down 12-0.
Yeah, it feels like a ton. But really, when you look at it, it's a two-score game, no problem. You can score if you want to. You can go for 3 and kick a field goal. So very much within this game, but McGloin's got to settle down. Look, he needs to see the field with a lot more efficiency. He's had guys open on several different occasions, and he hasn't been able to execute the throw, and he's actually passed up on some open guys down the field. So he needs to settle down, keep his emotions in check, and just kind of go throughout the plan, because the plan doesn't need to be reinvented. It's working fine for the most part, but he's got to execute. Guys are open. You just got to execute.
Seems like New York at this point, they realize they're in a very different ball game than they had 1 week ago when it was all about them, and their defense just allowed a 3-point field goal. As you see, look at some of the live numbers. DC came into this game as a 1-touchdown favorite. And now as we hit third quarter and time is a bit of the essence, you can see they're given 15 if you still want to get involved at this point. If you want to make a real score, take New York without the points to win the game outright. You put 100 down, that'll score you $700. That's a victory. Kevin Gilbride, moments ago.
We're a bunch of fighters. Let's go fight.
Let's see what kind of fight they have as we get ready for third quarter action. Just 2 first downs on offense by New York, and one of those includes the fake punt, Greg. So everything that was working so well a week ago has not worked, and some of the credit there goes to the DC defenders' defense. Tom Luganville on the field.
Yeah, here with G.A. Mangus, the offensive coordinator. What's creating the biggest issues for now offense?
Well, we're struggling a little bit protecting some twists and things up front with new guys, and we kind of expected that, but we also had some opportunities to make plays, and we had a couple of overthrows, so you just got to settle him down a little bit and make some plays. Adjustment-wise, we got to get better in protection, and we'll try to help him out here in the second half and see if we can't get some guys maybe down the field a little bit more.
Tempers have been heated up a little bit, especially with Matt McGloin. What was your message to him in the locker room?
Just keep your composure. We're only two plays away, and in this game it happens fast. So just calm down, stay poised, and believe in what we're doing. And he's good. Matt's a competitor. He gets fiery, but he lets it go. He's good at letting it go and moving on to the next play.
All right, thanks, Coach. You got it, fellas.
DC deferred to open the game, so they'll get the football here to start the second half. Donnell Pumphrey runs up from the 12. His first opportunity to return a kick, and he's out to the 26-yard line. Diana Rossini on the field.
Guys, I talked to head coach Kevin Gilbride about Matt McGloin's comments saying that the play calling is an issue. And I said, Coach, in all my years of covering football, I've never heard a quarterback say that. And he says, well, that makes 2 of us. I need to go talk to him and figure out what the problem is, because he needs to play better.
Greg, you alluded to that as well. There's plenty of blame to pass around for that first half by the New York offense.
100%.
Cardell Jones comes out throwing. And throwing that away well beyond the line of scrimmage. Second down.
I can tell you, fellas, that conversation just happened right next to me. Kevin Gilbride pulled aside Matt McGloin real quickly, had a little face to the ear conversation. Looked quiet, but probably the message was sent.
And the quarterback, you got to be the same guy. After a touchdown, after an interception, you got to be the same guy.
Yeah.
And you can't show those ranges of emotions. Look, it happens. We're fiery. We're competitors. It's to be expected. But you have to be able to live to play the next play. You can't worry about what happened, because he's 100% right. There were open receivers that McGloin wasn't able to hit.
Here's Pumphrey on 2nd and 10, trying to turn the corner. He's swung around by Jamar Summers. And to bring up a third down. And McGloin is, the veteran presence, right? He's that guy. He's the 30-year-old, all that NFL experience. Went into Oakland Raiders camp as the 4th stringer that season. Week 11, he's starting in the NFL. And trying to remain cool and calm. Again, after everything went so well for this team a week ago, they've really struggled here. DC has struggled on third down recently. They started 4 of 5, and since then have been unable to convert on their previous 4 third down conversion attempts. Jones looking all the way left and then throwing to the right. Pumphrey trying to reach out for the marker. And gets the first down.
That was a great job of identifying a mismatch in coverage. Cardell Jones sees Pumphrey working against the middle linebacker, Ben Heaney. And Ben Heaney is a good sideline-to-sideline player. But when I have a very speedy, undersized weapon at the running back spot that can be a force with the ball in his hands, finding him in a one-on-one against the middle linebacker is going to be really difficult to defend.
Heaney was tied for the league lead in tackles in the XFL coming into this one off a big week 1 performance. Here's Jones, sideline shot, throwing into double coverage. And Bryce Jones able to catch that one, but clearly out of bounds that time. He had a drop earlier inbounds, would have been a sure interception in the second quarter.
Trying to get a little play action deep ball here. Trying to work the wheel route to Eli Rogers, and a really nice job by Jones. You see, he was actually covering the deepest receiver. That was Rashad Ross. He peeled off of it after he saw the ball get released and almost made the play.
Second down and 10. Get it into Rogers' hands, one of the playmakers for this DC squad. Just be shy of the 40. Drayvon Askew Henry to stop.
On the ball, on the ball. Hey, hey, Spider-Man, 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 Spider-Man.
All right, be ready to check it down. We got dogs up search. Dogs up search.
Hey, Scrappy right, Scrappy, Scrappy, Scrappy.
Yeah, spin it. Yeah.
Hurry, hurry, let's go.
Get it out. Right there, Hart. Come on, Hart.
Kari Lee, the tight end. Okay. His first catch. Askew Henry the stop. And I bring up a 4th down.
Good stop by this New York defense. Struggling. They're kind of trying to give this team a bit of a spark. The offense has been really stagnant throughout the course of the game. So maybe that life is going to come on the defensive side that provided them with so much excitement last week with some of the turnovers they were able to force. But a good start to the second half for a team that certainly has to have it on the defensive side.
4th and 7. Nice wander. From his 26. Duke from the 20. Stutter step. Not going too far out to the 25. 40-yard punt for Nicewander. As for Matt McGloin in that first half, not a whole lot of highlights for him.
It was really a struggle. I mean, just countless mistakes. And from a veteran guy, just don't expect to see it. He's got to be your rock. And he's passing up on open receivers. He's getting a little greedy. He's getting frustrated. He's showcasing that frustration. And that has an impact on the entire roster. So it's going to be very important for him to get back on track and to get in a rhythm so he can get back in this game.
Tim Cook, the ball carrier. Took a big hit, but that's a good run on first down for New York. And Tyree Kinnell cut the feet out from Cook.
Here we go. On one.
9-3 match.
Kinnell was a 3-year starter at Michigan, so Pep Hamilton very familiar with him from his days as the offensive coordinator of the Wolverines. Second down and 2. Again, it's Cook. First down. New York.
Okay, here we go. Detroit. Let's go. One flood slot. West Batman.
West Batman. You hear that, West? I think when you're looking at the map of the United States, West would be to the left. Therefore, you would think this would be a run to the left.
Cook will improvise a bit out to the 45.
All right, let's go Detroit 34. Detroit 34. Zero flood slot. 56 bluegrass.
Here we go.
Zero flood slot.
Zero side. Go in the gun. Go in the gun. Strong.
Ready? Gun.
Gun. Zero flood slot. There you go. 56 bluegrass.
Put out. White 53. Set. 180. 180.
Bit of a low snap again. McGloin intercepted. He's picked off down the sideline. Jameer Thurman to the house. Touchdown. Pick 6 for the DC Defenders. They got one a week ago, and they've got one in week 2 as well. Defenders score on defense. Diana. We'll get thoughts from the quarterback shortly. Jameer Thurman played his college ball for the Sycamores of Indiana State. And the big score on defense. And just when you think it couldn't go worse for the New York offense, it does. A week ago off the pick 6, DC went for 2 points from the 5, but here they go from the 2-yard line trying to get the 1 point. Khalid Abdullah trying to run in down at the goal line, and they're going to mark him short. No extra points there. Tom.
Matt, continued pressure issues up front. What led to that interception?
Just poor decision by me. I just got to learn to take the sack there.
What do you do with the rest of your teammates to get yourself in rhythm, get your confidence back?
Got to keep playing. Keep pushing forward, keep focusing on the game plan and the plays that are called and trying to execute those.
Thank you, Matt. A lot of self-inflicted wounds here for New York. Back after the break.
Another season of American Idol begins tomorrow, hosted by Ryan Seacrest, Katy Perry, Luke Bryan, Lionel Richie, back to mentor new singers with Hollywood Dreams, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, right here on ABC. McElroy, we're just getting used to each other. Can you sing at all?
No, very little vocal talent. I can barely talk. You've heard me for the last couple weeks, so singing is a bit of an adventure.
18-0, DC over New York. Guardians are begging for anything on offense. From the 20, here's Austin Duke. Wow, even on special teams, DC has owned this joint today. The Defenders came in as the only team of the XFL with touchdowns on offense, defense, and special teams. They got a third defensive special teams touchdown here today.
Hey, what Jameer Thurman he's golfing his ball today, man. I mean, he's all over the field. I mean, I just had that pick 6, contributing now on the kickoff coverage. I mean, he is really playing an excellent football game as the signal caller. Had to step up because his running mate, A.J. Tarpley, got hurt last week, so he has certainly answered the challenge so far today.
Come on. Check the flags.
Ball start. Offense number 70. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
That's John Kling, the right tackle from Cheek to Vegas, New York. Back to Jameer Thurman. He's wearing the ESPN ABC microphone.
Here we go, Ben.
Almost threw it. No, he almost threw it.
That's it. Hey, go.
First and 15 after the penalty marker.
Omaha.
On the ground of Tim Cook. Sepelianu makes the stop. New York has turned it over 3 times. That's as many first downs as they have in the football game. Just 3.
Yeah, I mean, just absolutely beat down up front. We know that New York is short 2 of their offensive linemen, so starting backup players at both center and right guard. And they are just getting tossed around at the line of scrimmage by a very capable and disruptive DC defensive line.
That's part of McGloin's frustrations, no question. There have been some low snaps as well. just got that one away with zeros on the play clock. Coin loads up and misfires on Mikhail McKay, but DC had 2 defenders in the neighborhood.
Gun trips right, 62 Phantom.
Play 53. Play 53. Shot. 53 is the mic. What do you need? What do you want?
3rd and 15. McGloin gets rid of it. Hits Joe Horn, but nowhere near the first down marker. Jameer Thurman saw to that.
I mean, Thurman has been all over the place. Here showing blitz in the A-gap, but still flying out underneath and getting in coverage and having a play on the football again. I'm telling you, watching this young man work today has been inspiring. All over the field, breaking up passes and being an impact player both behind the line of scrimmage and in coverage.
Guardians are wearing out poor Justin Vogel. Got some pressure. Almost got home. Rodgers will let it bounce. And it will bounce out of bounds. And they'll bring it there. 40. It goes as a 41-yard punt.
Zero. He ran.
We got to play like this. 25 more minutes.
It's all love on the DC defender's sideline, and more frustration for New York, as you would expect. On offense now, Donnell Pumphrey trying the right side. The all-time record holder with 6,405 yards in college, a star at San Diego State. That remains an NCAA record.
Limited role last week for the most part, but has had a few opportunities to get loose today and has made the most of those opportunities.
2nd down and 6. And it's Pumphrey right into the middle. New York head coach Kevin Gilbride joins us now. Coach, Steve Levy and Greg McElroy up in the booth, so everything that was so successful for you a week ago, what's different this week now?
Guys, I can't hear you. Hey, say it again, please.
Coach, it's Steve and Greg up in the booth. Can you hear us?
Hold on. Mike, you have to stop talking. Go ahead.
Coach, you got us?
Yes.
Okay, we're just curious, with everything that went so well for your team a week ago, more issues here as Pumphrey rips off an explosive. What hasn't worked for you today?
Well, we've been very sloppy, able to maintain any semblance of a drive. We get a play, we get a first down, and all of a sudden we have an offsides or we have a miscommunication. So I think defensively we had settled down and done a pretty good job, but we forced some throws on the offensive side, and it's just killing us. So it's killed any momentum we're trying to develop.
Coach, protection's been a challenge today, and Matt McGloin clearly frustrated. How do you solidify that protection up front with some backup offensive linemen in there?
Well, you do the best you can, but I think we can mix some other things in besides trying to push the ball always down the field. Mix in some three-step along with some screens. The one screen we ran, we picked up 10 or 12 yards. I think there's ways to take advantage of that. We just got to call those things.
Coach, we'll let you get back to work. Thanks for the time.
You're very welcome.
It's Kevin Gilbride, and again, for everything that has gone wrong for New York at 18-0 in the XFL,
No,
that's
two-possession game. It's a two-possession game. It feels like it's the end of the world, but they're very much in it. They just need to put a drive together and get some momentum.
On the grab, here's Pumphrey for a few. And, worst case scenario, we're talking to the head coach just as the defenders rip off another big play, and that was an issue for New York. They only gave up a field goal last week, but they allowed 9 explosive plays longer than 20 yards, and that was another one right there.
And that's been a problem today, too, from the very beginning. First play of the game, heavy play action, boom. You've been able to see several DC defender wide receivers loose downfield, and now the run game starting to pick up a little bit to balance them out.
Here's Presley, has the first down, from some people into that secondary of New York. Askew Henry brought him down after a gain of 17.
It's a great run here by Presley. I love the way he finishes. Boom. Right through it. Not going down at initial contact. Lowering that shoulder and fighting for a couple extra yards.
All right, boys. Got to run this one in. Do my reverse pass have a chance? Oh, gosh, look at Wiz. Say it again, guys.
Here's Presley for a few.
Zebra.
Last week he forced 5 missed tackles. Talk about not taking first contact and going down.
Let's go. Give me Sunday buzz left. All right, what we got? What coverage? What we got? Here we go. Here. Bears Wiz Wrigley. Bears Wiz Wrigley. F. Wrigley. Book YR. Bears Wiz Wrigley.
Hey, Bears Potter.
Bears Potter.
All 7 plays on this drive have been run plays. Here's a pass. Out for Eli Rogers, and he's in trouble. A.J. Hendy, his first tackle of the game for the Guardians.
All we got. Let's go! Zebra. Here we go. All right, here we go. Give me Zebra. Z short to crunch left flex. Bears key ballpark. X fade.
Hey, Bears key on one.
You heard that X fade. If he gets a one-on-one, he has freedom to throw the X. Here's your X. If he gets a one-on-one situation, he could run that fade route.
Bring it.
Here comes the pressure for New York. Jones able to escape. Throw to the end zone. It is up and it's caught. It's Corey Lee if it counts. There is a flag. See if it was a push-off or not. Corey Lee's a big target, big body. Touchdown DC for now. But let's check the marker.
Pass interference. Offense number 86. 10-yard penalty. Still third down.
Big body, big push.
An excellent call by the official on the scramble drill. All-out pressure from New York. See one unblocked Guardian defender. See the throw in the back of the end zone, just trying to give your receiver a chance. But a pretty clear push-off right there. You see Kari extend that right arm, and a good job by the official in the back of the end zone by throwing the flag.
Pushed off on DeJuan Hines. He's a bright football player, 4-time academic All-American at Houston. 3rd and 21. Take the 6 off the board. Here's Cardell. Throwing a 50-50 ball, and it's intercepted. It is DeJuan Hines on the interception. There's a penalty marker down low at the 5-yard line. So let's see who pushed off of who that time.
Offensive pass interference. Number 1. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is an interception. First down.
DeJuan Hines comes up with a big play. And it's the first time the defenders have turned the football over this season. Will that spark New York? Trailing 18-0. 2 minutes to play left, 3rd quarter. The XFL on ESPN.
What is it? What?
So some confusion.
Hurry.
Just prior to the play, in which Jones turns it over for the first time all season.
This is where Cardale's got to grow. I mean, you just can't throw it up. I mean, you have to understand, look, the play's broken. They won. You had miscommunication before the ball was even snapped. You can't make a bad play worse, Diana.
Cardale, some miscommunication there. Looked a little confusing. What was your perspective?
Yeah, just miscommunication, but I still can turn over the ball. Got to do a better job of managing bad play. and trying to get the ball out of bounds here through a little further.
What were you thinking going through that?
Just get the ball out of bounds. No one knew what they were doing. Just miscommunication, like I said, starting from the beginning of the snap. But at the end of the day, I got the ball in my hands, and I make the final decision, and I got to protect the ball.
Thanks.
And so New York gets the football off the turnover, and Tim Cook for a loss of 4 on first down. Bromley was there, that swarming DC defense. 2nd and 14. McGloin to Cook. Forget about it. Nothing doing. Jonathan Celestine makes the big stop for the defenders. Loss of 3 on the play, and they're going the wrong way.
And Gilbride said, wait, we got to get some screens, and that'll slow that pass rush. Yeah, so much for that. You see Celestine all over it, recognizing it, and making the play in the backfield.
Celestine had the touchdown a week ago. Following the Elijah Campbell block punt, Celestine picked it up in the end zone for the defensive score. Final minute, quarter number 3. Flag is down, as so is McGloin.
All right, here we go. No, they called it. Stay there. Stay. Called free play.
Offside. Defense number 54. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
All right, here we go. Gun half left. Change. Gun half left. Change. Gun half left strong. 81 key. Otter.
81. Here we go. Change. Gun half left strong.
W Sluggo.
81 key. Otter. W Sluggo.
X Sluggo. I'm sorry. X Sluggo. Otter over here. Change. Yeah. Otter over here.
4 down. White 53. Right. Set. 180. What do you got?
Underneath the Colby Pearson. Won't get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down. Carlos Merritt saw to that.
Damn it.
And again, in a 2-score, 2-possession game, as we approach the 4th quarter, Justin Vogel will come onto the field in punt formation. Eli Rogers back at the 30-yard line. That's how the 3rd quarter will come to an end. Matt McGloin in a whole lot of trouble as we head for the 4th quarter. ESPN's presentation of the XFL on ABC will return after this message. Back in D.C., Steve Levy, Greg McElroy, Tom Luganbill, Diana Rossini, and our outstanding XFL on ESPN crew. As it's been all D.C., 18-0 over New York. And the Guardians finding themselves punting on far too many occasions. Eli Rogers at the 35 makes the first man miss. Not the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th players. We're just less than an hour away from the opener in Seattle. The Dragons will play host to the Tampa Bay Vipers over on Fox. And then tomorrow on ABC right here at 3 Eastern, the Dallas Renegades hit L.A. Somebody's got to get a victory there. The Renegades and the Wildcats. And the nightcap has the Battlehawks and Roughnecks on FS1, much like our game today. That game also features a couple of teams that were victorious in Week 1.
That St. Louis and Houston number. Houston is a 7.5-point bet. That just jumps off the screen. I mean, St. Louis looked really good last week against Dallas.
Pumphrey gives it back to Cardale Jones. It's caught. DeAndre Tompkins. Little trickeration by DC that was so effective a week ago. Takari Lee for a touchdown. They get a big play out of that one, 21 yards.
I love the design, too, a little jet sweep, and here's the double forward pass rule, by the way, in its entirety. They flip it forward. That is a pass. And they throw it back to Cardale Jones. I guess it could have been a pass, lateral pass. Really, really well executed there. An excellent call by Pep Hamilton.
See, it's all smiles on the DC side, and why wouldn't it be? First down and 10. Looking for some more. Here's Jones. Takes a shot and overthrew his intended target Rashad Ross. The crowd urging for a penalty flag. I don't see any yellow laundry on the field.
It's a good no call there by the official.
Dope left stack. Dope left stack. Let's go Bears. Bears Potter. Rebels in Nebraska. Here we go. Dope left stack. Bears Potter. Rebels in Nebraska. We can take the Nebraska on 29. He's tired over here, okay?
29 is Bryce Jones. He was just running there with Ross.
Oh, yeah.
Hurry, hurry. Go. On the ground, Presley. Frank Ginda, the stop middle linebacker.
On 29 over here.
Conversations about the double A's for freaking since December. I remember bringing it up, and I said we're going to last week, and you know, I don't want to name names, but I just said we got to call a lot more. Call your 90-91, call your 62-63 form because you're squeezing everything in front. I got to get him in my mindset a little bit more. That's all. That's on me. I'll get him pushed in my direction. Well, no, it's obviously I know what I want.
Conversation on that New York sideline continues as Cardale Jones was taken down, fumbled the football, was never touched, get up and throw it at DeAndre Tompkins. And now he's taken down. That's clean living there by Cardale Jones and the DC defenders.
Man, you got to think they're going to take another look at this because it looked like Cardale was swung to the ground. I thought it was a sack. Of course, the ball came loose. He picks it back up. Then he keeps it alive, climbs in the pocket, and keeps his eyes downfield to make a play. Unbelievable there. You got to think they're going to look at this from a few different angles.
Supposed to look at every play. Again, there are no challenges. But the play stands. They're allowed to snap the football. Try to set up the screen. Overshot Pumphrey there. It's incomplete.
That's a heads-up play, too, by D.C. All right, let's go. You know they're going to do it. Let's go fast.
Here we go. Let's go. Tiger.
Eliminate that opportunity to stop the game.
Here we go. I'm going to go under Trey Wright, F counter. Let's go Purple Bears drill. Both circus. Let's go at 29 over here.
And in the XFL, you see the clock ticking down on an incomplete pass.
And he's talking about circus route. He's saying go at 29. Expect this to be a deep out route right here by Rashad Ross working against the tired Bryce Jones.
Play fake.
Get it out.
Indeed.
Score.
Rocket on the sideline. Not sure if he stepped out of bounds or not. No, he did not. Ross makes the grab. And left Bryce Jones in the dust. 18 yards on the play.
Bryce Jones has seen a lot of action today, and that was a really nice route by Ross as he threatened and didn't have much room after he made the catch.
I'll tell you the timing, too, Greg. Really good that time from Cardale Jones, getting the ball out, really poised on this drive.
Jones throwing. DeAndre Tompkins. You can see the difference how DC looks on their offense when they have all their full complement of all their skilled players and their offensive linemen. They are humming now.
Chicago Potter, click, click, Chicago Potter. Hurry, go.
And they do. Pumphrey for a yard.
Nope. Here we go. All right. Zebra. Where's my drive? My drive pivot. Zebra, here we go. Crunch right. H top. Bear Cinco Z drive. F pivot flare. Crunch right. H top. Bear Cinco Z drive. F pivot flare.
A little Redskins Giants NFC East flair to it. The crowd giving New York the business.
Yeah, and you might see a chance here to go right here and then a little pivot route right off of it. Let's see if that's what they come up with.
Jones, quick throw. How did Pumphrey come up with that catch? Took it off the turf, and they're going to mark him at the 1, which was the line to gain. It's first and goal from the 1. They're going fast.
Hustle, to go. Hey, even Quaker. Hurry, to go.
Game might hang in the balance right here. And now flags.
Ball start. Offense number 15. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
That's Ross, the receiver.
All right, Chicago zipper, both fades. Chicago zipper, X and Z fade. All right, get him, Rashad. Right there, Rashad. Right there. Run, hey, run, step on his toes, and then fade him, Rashad. Run, step on his toes, and then fade him.
What are you doing? 6. Somebody jumped again.
What?
Ball start. Offense number 79. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
He's not going to be happy for going on 2 right there. You're on the 5-yard line. The most you can gain is 2.5 yards. No reason to go for a hard count there.
All right, same thing. Zipper check.
Instead, now you're penalized all the way back to the 11. You don't use the hard count when you're in the red zone because the risk doesn't outweigh what you might potentially gain.
Hurry, hurry, let's go.
Presley trying to run for it.
That's fine. That's fine.
Just to the 10-yard line. It'll be a 2nd and goal. Clock winds under 9 minutes.
Firm right. Z fast. Bears Castle X trigger Uno. Firm right. Z fast. Come over here, Eli. Eli. Z fast. Okay. Bears Castle X trigger Uno. That's you, DeAndre.
Bears Castle.
Jones to Ross. Again, working on Bryce Jones. Boonmiro Timmy makes the stop.
Buzz left. Zebra, zebra. Throw buzz left.
Go.
Corner's over or not?
Hustle, hustle. Let's go.
Here we go. Chicago key. China. Wide corner lead. Chicago key. China. Wide corner lead.
Hey, 5 out.
Here's your Y.
Thumbs up.
And asking for Kari to run
Thumbs up to Eli.
a corner route.
Hurry, hurry. Let's go.
For Eli Rogers. Can't haul it in. 4th down and goal.
What happened? Ball starts.
Similar to a play they scored on earlier on the first drive of the game to DeAndre Tompkins. That time, the throw just a little bit too far and a little bit too much upfield for Cardale Jones. Slightly more accurate, they might have had another touchdown.
You heard Pep Hamilton say the false starts. Couple of false starts bogged down that scoring drive. And they look to settle for the Ty Rossa field goal from 26 yards away. And he's perfect. It's 21-0 in favor of D.C. Well, we see a new quarterback for New York with 7:18 to play here in the 4th from our nation's capital.
The New York Guardians have failed to get much going offensively as Matt McGloin stands all by himself on the sideline. Another missed opportunity. He had a sluggo here. I mean, a sluggo, and it is absolutely to the house.
Slant and go, of course.
A slant and go. And you listen to his head coach, Kevin Gilbride.
You got him. Oh, he went the wrong way. Oh, my God. You got a touchdown.
And it's been that over and over and over again. Matt McGloin just hasn't been on the same page with his offensive coordinator, G.A. Mangus, and Kevin Gilbride right there. If he hits that sluggo, that slant and go to the left, it's a touchdown. There's been 3 or 4 of those throughout the course of this game that could have completely altered the way he's feeling on the sideline right now.
Matthew Colburn, chance to return a kick out to the 30. And even in the XFL, a 21-0 game is a 3-score game. Diana Rossini.
Lots of frustration on the New York side, Steve. Matt McGloin has been walking up and down the sideline by himself. Offensive coordinator George Mangus came over. He informed him. He said, we're switching that quarterback right now. And he was not happy. McGloin walked off. And again, he's just standing by himself.
He's just not seeing the field today, and he's not executing the throws. I mean, I think Matt McGloin's a heck of a player. I really do. So sometimes just not your day. So sometimes you got to look at another guy, and maybe Marquise Williams will provide a bit of a spark.
Williams plays college ball at North Carolina, where he was a big star. And on first down, he'll be dropped. Pickup of 1. Tyree Kinnell made the stop.
Interestingly enough, Marquise Williams actually starting quarterback in front of Mitch Trubisky of the Chicago Bears. So a capable player, very athletic, and can do a lot with his legs if given the opportunity in the open field.
Back in 2015, led North Carolina to the ACC title game against Clemson. Running with Tim Cook. He's a load at 6 feet, 247 pounds for a running back. That's going to bring up third down. 6.5 to go. Here in the fourth, it's all DC. The Guardians 1 for 10 on third down a week ago, 1 for 8 here this afternoon. Can't stay on the field. Here's Williams in all sorts of trouble. Nearly a face mask, lets it go down the sideline, and it's incomplete. Couldn't hit Colby Pearson, and it's fourth down. Gotta go.
Have to go. I mean, I'm surprised that they're even thinking about this, but it looks like the punter's going out. I mean, they've already pulled their quarterback. I mean, it's not completely over yet with the comeback period.
I wouldn't have run it then. I would have gone on an offense. Forget it now. Forget it. Forget it. I would have gone for it on fourth down, Mac.
Now, you would think the DC would be ready for a fake here. Marquise Williams stays on. He's that personal protector. And he ran the fake punt earlier in the game. And New York will spend a timeout. 5:50 to play in the fourth. See what kind of fight New York has left in them. New York taking that time. Kevin Gilbride, an executive decision. They were surprised they ran the punting team out there down 21-0. And again, even in the XFL, that's a 3-score game. And now they took their time to put the offense back in position.
Maybe they petition potentially, maybe 4-point play. I mean, 5-point play perhaps
from the rules
from the 50.
You just tweaked them. Yes, from the 50 you get a touchdown. You just get a touchdown anyway. 4th and 3 from their own 38. Quick throw is caught. It's Mikhail McKay. And Marquise Williams zipped it in there. We had not seen that all day from McGloin. Down.
That was the best play New York's had all day. I mean, just a little slant quick game. We haven't seen that quick game. They need to continue with that. This thing is far from out of reach, especially with the comeback period and the way the clock can stop under 2 minutes. So plenty of time for New York to put something together to make this thing interesting.
Williams for the tight end, E.J. Bibbs, his first catch. Diana.
Matt, I know it's been tough for you today. Not your day at all. In terms of going forward here, what adjustments do you want to make for your play?
Well, I think we need to make a lot of adjustments, make a lot of changes. I mean, to be honest with you, this is probably one of the worst games I've ever been a part of, offensively. So it's back to the drawing board, back to square one. I mean, when you win like we did a week ago, it hides a lot of your problems. And when you play a good team like DC today, you can get exposed very quickly like we did.
You say there's some issues going on. What stands out to you right now in terms of how this play calling is going?
Yeah, I mean, listen, there's a lot of stuff going on behind closed doors. I think we need to clean that up. Communication especially is one. And it showed today. Just at no point in time that I think we were comfortable out there. At no point in time that I think we were in a position to try to be successful. So I think it was pretty easy to see.
Guess what? It's only week 2, Matt, so you got a lot of football left.
I predict a Guardians team meeting in their immediate future.
It's really, I mean, and Matt will go back, he'll watch the tape, and he'll say, hey, I got to play better. I mean, the reality is the quarterback, the buck stops with you. We can talk about coaching, all that stuff. At this level, it's professional football. If the quarterback plays poorly, you're going to have a tough time, regardless.
W-Sluggo.
I expect him to play much better in the weeks to come, and for them to continue to develop that chemistry between him and Minks.
You got the Sluggo.
He's talking about that Sluggo. This is that play a little earlier where they actually had an opportunity to hit T.O. Redding for a touchdown, and maybe they get a chance out of here.
Marquise Williams in some trouble. Doesn't feel the pressure. Throw as he's hit by Anthony Johnson. We'll see if that'll go as he was down for a sack or an incomplete pass. If he got rid of it in time, they're just going to call it an incomplete pass.
I think he could have at least given his receiver a chance on the sluggo. Just didn't like it. Came off it, tried to make something out of nothing, and it was really close. You look at this sluggo route. Hey, man, back shoulder right there. You got a chance at it. I mean, and that's something with reps and continued opportunities. That's a chance where you would throw that to Pearson on the sluggo on the back shoulder. So missed opportunity there from New York again.
That ruling is under further review.
Replay is going to take a look at whether, in fact, he was down before he released.
All clear. He's got the ball in his hand. His knee's on the ground. And now we're going to give it to you. Which one? That's the best one. That looks like he's at the 49.
Plus or minus?
It'll be New York's 49. Okay. John, are you still with me?
I am.
All righty. We do have the quarterback with his knee down and the ball in his hand. It has not come out yet. Put it at the 49-yard line of New York.
Okay.
New York's 49. And roll the down.
Great.
Terry Valenti, our replay official. Wait for the call from John
After further
O'Neill.
review, the quarterback's knee was down before he threw the ball. As a result, it'll be New York's ball at the 49-yard line in the middle of the field. 4th down.
So Anthony Johnson gets the sack. Welcome to Washington, D.C.
Gun half right strong. 80 Z Cringe. That's you, Austin. 80 Z Cringe.
4th and 17. Williams on the run, lets it go, and it is incomplete. And they will turn it over on down. So if the Jets or Giants played the way the Guardians had, the New York tabloids would be all over them, as you can imagine. Will be interesting to see how much the New York media has bought into the XFL and the Guardians, and see how Sports Talk Radio will handle this kind of performance in New York. You want to play in New York, got to have a thick skin. And then we'll see what kind of media attention this kind of performance gets.
What'd you say?
I mean, it's disappointing in a lot of ways. I mean, just inaccurate passes, bad decisions by the quarterback. Defense, nowhere near what we saw from them last week, even though there were a few bright moments throughout the course of the game. They are certainly not the ones to blame. The offense has to help this side of the football out, or else New York is going to be in for a long season, because there's a lot of talented teams in the East.
DC will run the football with Khalid Abdullah right up the middle. And we saw a comparison from the numbers for a week ago to this game. And McGloin kind of made the point, hey, your opponent has a lot to do with that as well. And he's giving sort of real credit to DC here today, and sort of saying, hey, you know what, Tampa Bay might not be very good. That's what he's saying.
DC is a handful. I mean, really good. I mean, great along the defensive line. Excellent skilled positions. Cardale Jones didn't have to do a ton today, but came out of the gates very strong, very accurate. As this run game gets going, this offense is going to be a load.
It's Abdullah again. Good second effort to the 45. DC has also benefited, Greg, from having the first 2 games at home. They'll finally go on the road next week. They play out Los Angeles. And not to make excuses for New York. Short week. They played on Sunday last week. 6-hour bus trip down here, et cetera, et cetera.
You would think DC would go on the road, though, to LA and be a pretty heavy favorite. I mean,
I think Anthony Johnson will be ready for that game.
Maybe double digits. And like you said, the trade that they made just yesterday, bringing Anthony Johnson here to the DMV, you got to think he's going to be fired up to be back against his old team.
Bradley Silv went the other way. Here's Cardale Jones. Why not? Caught. Rashawn Ross went up and brought it down inside the 10.
So you're sleeping on the over here, Steve. I mean, the over's still in play, I suppose. And a great job by Ross. I mean, they have done a great job finding isolated opportunities. And Ross breaks free on the deep ball. Put an exclamation point on what's been a dominant performance. 2-minute warning. Next.
Sports Center tonight after Gonzaga and Pepperdine. Highlights and reactions to the NBA dunk contest. Plus, Zach LaVine looks to become the first player to win the dunk contest and the three-point contest. And Tiger tries to get back into contention at Riviera. Sports Center after West Coast Conference hoops on ESPN and the ESPN app. DC looking for more. Up 21-0. It's Abdullah.
Tiger 80, Tiger 80. Here we go. Pistol, Duff, right hop, Chicago Nancy, F slide, Z Atlas. Be patient, 80. Pistol, Duff, right hop, Chicago Nancy, F slide, Z Atlas.
Hey, Chicago Nancy.
You're welcome to go in the center, Cardo, if you like.
80 is Donnie Ernsberg. We'll watch for him.
Do you want to switch sides? No,
so be patient.
Yeah, Will.
Is 80 on the right side?
Yeah. Hurry. Yo.
Jones throwing, turning around, caught. It's Derek Hayward, the other tight end. And you heard it from Pep. We're going to get our first attempt at the three-point play.
Give it to me.
The 3-point points after touchdown. No one in the league attempted that in week 1. And so they'll line up from the 10. Is that what the card says?
Yeah, I think
27.
You know, nice round number.
Right, let's get the 30.
Yeah, right, nice round number.
How about sportsmanship? Does that come into play? Wouldn't 28 be enough at this point? No.
Okay. Limbo the double pass to X. House right H home. Limbo.
It's an extra chance to celebrate and rub it in. Let's see
if we can get 24 to bite.
Let's see if this is a double pass. Based on Pep Hamilton's call, when you hear double pass built into the play call, makes you think a double pass is coming, right?
From the 10, looking for 3 points. Out to Tyler Palco, high school quarterback, and in college, and trying to hook up with Rashad Ross. Full marks, though, to Pep Hamilton for being the first to attempt the 3-point after touchdown. Here's Diana.
Pep, what was your thought process there going for 3?
I thought it was a great time to give one a shot. You know, we understand that the odds are against us, but we had a chance. They played it well, so.
Thanks.
Thank you.
And that'll keep the score 27-0 with a minute 24 left. How's that bus ride going to feel?
I know.
How's that 6-hour bus ride heading back to New Jersey?
That one will not be very fun. Let's take one more look at the double pass. As they tried to get an even 30 on the board. That was well covered. And I think just put it on tape. I mean, hey, now whoever did LA, DC's playing LA next week. Now LA has to practice.
Right. Got to worry about it.
That play. They got to think about
some time at least preparing for that possibility.
Yeah, burn a little chalk.
Yeah, I don't think it's a running it up thing, Steve. I think there's so few opportunities where you feel comfortable doing it that it's a great opportunity to get a rep. I agree with Pep.
But now it's, of course, only a 3-score game after the missed opportunity there because 3 9-point conversions, and New York's back in this thing.
New York has 1 timeout remaining, but in the comeback period, the clock stops a lot. Matthew Colburn from the 10. And he's able to get out to the 35-yard line. Tough day all around in every facet for the New York Guardians. And New York, they're going to walk into it next week. They're in St. Louis. The Battlehawks have had the opportunity of the first 2 on the road. Those people that are waiting for pro football to come back in the Dome, I've heard they'll have a crowd of in the 30,000 neighborhood. They will be ready for this team when the Guardians hit St. Louis. That'll be fun next week. And you see that game on ESPN.
Oh, come on.
Tim Cook for a yard. New York has waved the white flag.
Hit that guy,
if you're New York, hey man, it's just one game. It counts as much if you lost by a field goal, as much lost here as badly as they did. Look, it was sloppy. A lot of disappointing things. I think the biggest thing that I need to worry about if I'm Kevin Gilbride, I need to win my team back, man. I need to make sure everyone's on the same page. So you think there was some in-pointing, there was some in-fighting going on. amongst some players on their offense. I mean, they got to get on the same page and figure out some chemistry issues.
Marquise Williams holding it forever. And finally taken down. Got plenty of protection. Anthony Johnson and Tavares Barnes combined to bring down Marquise Williams. So the under looks like it's going to cash. The over, much like the Guardians, never had a chance here today. At 27-0.
And I believe DC is going to cover too. You feel good about that as well.
They'll be 2-0 against the number. And 2-0 in the XFL East standings as well. Here's Williams. Fires and completes to T.O. Redding, his first catch. They get Redding some work. Undrafted free agent signed by the Detroit Lions. He's on the practice squad for the Redskins and the Packers. And it's 4th and 5. Yeah, the protection's good. Finally, Williams will get out of there. Flag is coming on a hold. And a tackle appeared to be well out of bounds at the 50-yard line. Marker down.
So they're both going to, we have a 5 and a 10. We have an offside and offensive hold. We're going to offset them. What number? There are 2 fouls in the play, 1 by each team. Offside defense, number 92. Holding, offense, number 74. Those fouls offset. Repeat, 4th down.
Look. 10 seconds remain. And they're going to be fired up here in the DMV about these defenders.
As if they needed more excitement. I mean, what a start to the season. 2-0 and winning in dominant fashion in both their games.
The pass is completed across the middle to E.J. Bibbs.
Another interesting thing of note, too, Cardale Jones continues to be undefeated.
Yes. We're going to wear that one out. Cardale will go to 13-0 since graduating high school. There were 3 seconds left. The crowd's booing. They just let the time run off the clock here. Had another good turnout here at Audi Field in Washington, D.C.
Hey, east.
Ticket prices a week ago on the secondary market went for $130. A season ticket was $100. That's how tough it was to get in this place 1 week ago. Interest is high in Washington, D.C. One last shot at the end zone. Why not? Up for grabs. Hits the turf. And it's all over. And Pep Hamilton and the D.C. Defenders improve to 2-0. And they win convincingly in both of their games. And I mentioned the bus trip. This will be a long one. This feels like this is the start of a very tough week for the New York Guardians. A lot to figure out, a lot to clean up. As you see, DC a winner in a bunch of ways. Any way you look at it. And there's the smile from the winning coach. Here's Diana with him.
Good job. Coach, 2-0 here. So much unknown going into the season. What did you learn about your team now that you got 2 games in your pocket?
We're resilient, and we play hard. You know, we're excited to have, another complete game with regards to our defense making plays for us, and special teams doing a great job. And offensively, we finally finished a drive with a touchdown late in the game. So.
You've had lots of positive things to say about Cardale Jones's performance. Where did you see growth this week?
Without a doubt, he's a playmaker. He's a playmaker. He's a tough, smart football player that just finds ways to help his team win games. And we got a long ways to go, but it feels great to have another victory under the belt.
Coach, you told me you were not going to go for 3. You said you could bank on it. I probably won't do it. And you did it week 2.
It was worth a shot.
It's worth a shot at that point in the game. Didn't work out, but we're going to get back to the locker room with the guys and celebrate this victory as a team and get ready for LA next week.
Obviously a great day for this team collectively, but personally for Eli Rogers, knowing that he lost his mother this past week and made the decision to play today. What does that tell you about him as a man?
You're talking about sacrificing for your team. We all had a heavy heart over the course of the last week, just dealing with Eli and his personal tragedy within his family. And for him to be out here today says a lot about his character.
Coach, thank you so much. Congrats.
Thank you. Thank you.
Diana, let's stay with that theme. Eli Rogers today, 5 catches, 49 yards in a victory. And the fact that he merely stayed and played is something. Rogers, big play threat every time he gets his hands on the football. Just one of his 5 grabs there. He's standing by with Tom Luganville. Tom.
Eli, I know it's been a tough week for you. You had to make a decision to come out here, play this game, and not attend your mother's services. What led to that decision?
Man, I was just thinking about her and what she would want from me. And, and we have a certain relationship where she understands that, I'm not too fond of certain things. So, what I'm saying? I just wrote a letter. I let my family read it at the funeral. And, they said it was a great turnout. I can't wait to go back in there and speak to them and let them tell me all about it.
How much has football been an outlet for you to have a team culture around you during this difficult time?
Well, man, I've been playing since I was 6 years old, so football has been my life. I dedicated my life to this, so in a family, football teach you certain things about life that you can't really get anywhere else. So, I appreciate this sport and this game.
Thank you very much, Eli.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Got to be one proud mother.
Well done, Tom. And our thoughts are with the entire Rogers family. Through these difficult times, we send our condolences. DC Defenders, a dominant victory today over the New York Guardians. Some of the highlights, and they're all going to be in red, Greg.
Yeah, from start to finish, first drive of the game, going right down the field, 3rd and long, they find Tompkins. Welcome to the XFL, Tompkins. After he didn't play last week, he catches his first touchdown. And then McGloin just never really could find any rhythm. This time, you see the frustration kind of boiling over, getting impatient, throwing it downfield, forcing it. Matt Elam makes the easy interception as McGloin walks off frustrated. It didn't stop there. A little later, pressured. He doesn't see the Thurman jumping out in front of the shallow cross. That's taken to the house. And Cardale Jones continued to make play after play. Still not sure how he pulled this one off, but keeping it alive, keeping his eyes downfield after the fumble and delivering an accurate throw. Cardale Jones so far here in the first couple weeks. I think it's fair to say that P.J. Walker had the performance of week 1, but Cardale Jones now through 2 weeks, he might be your early MVP candidate. I don't want to get too carried away as he capped off what was another impressive day with the touchdown there at the end.
Landry Jones will finally get his first shot. He'll get it.
Is it too early to crown an MVP? Is that what you're saying?
I think it is too early. They go to Canton, too. It's the Pro Football Hall of Fame, so.
That's true. That's true.
Everything clicking, though. It's really Cardale Jones in the offense you mentioned is great. The defense looked so good. I mean, just knocking New York into frustration levels beyond control, and even on special teams as well. Terrific, really a dominant effort all around.
Really, I mean, through 2 weeks now, and it's a small sample size, but they've been the most complete team. They've won on offense with how they performed last week against Seattle. They've done so by doing a really nice job on the defensive side of the football. I mean, they shut out today, and then on special teams too. I mean, we've seen them block a punt to the house. We've seen 2 pick sixes from this DC team. So a really well-rounded effort from a team that's starting to really round into form.
And then there's New York. The Guardians, after everything went so well for them at home, people were fired up in New York, New Jersey, and then it was all downhill. Matt McGloin really struggled. Again, we talked the center and guard without his top 2 players up front. Couldn't get a lot of protection, but a lot of plays on McGloin as well.
Yeah, just bad decisions. And then when he did make the correct decision, too often today he was inaccurate. And he got impatient, and he let the frustration boil over. And you can't do that as a quarterback, especially as a veteran quarterback. He's got to keep his wits about him and play much better down the stretch.
Dude, at no point in time did I feel like we were going to be successful out there. No point in time did I feel comfortable. Worst game I've ever been a part of. Hands down, worst game I've ever been a part of.
The drastic difference from 1 week ago when he expressed his joy and how much fun he had playing football a week ago after that game at MetLife Stadium to go into something where you just heard him say how it was one of the worst games he's ever been a part of. And he told Diana on the way to the locker room at halftime, we need to completely overhaul the offensive game plan. Those are harsh words, and I would anticipate more harsh words, if not on the bus ride back, than tomorrow at the Guardians facility.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, and he's got to own a little bit of that responsibility as well, because there were several examples today in which G.A. Mangus, the offensive coordinator, he calls a play, and he's got a guy open. A guy's wide open in some cases, and too often was Matt McGloin not on the same page. So you see the numbers really disappointing. The interceptions obviously stand out, and I think those interceptions were reflective of being impatient. He tried to do too much. Tried to force the ball into tight windows that didn't exist. So he's got to go back to the drawing board, get with Kevin Gilbride, get with G.A. Mangus, his offensive coordinator, and figure out a way so that they can speak the same language. Too often a day was he uncomfortable, and those uncomfortable moments led to really, really catastrophic plays.
And New York got behind early, which was, you know, unbelievable opening drive, time-consuming drive that resulted in a touchdown. Cardell was outstanding, and let's go to the locker room now, the D.C. locker room. Pep Hamilton is speaking with his team.
Who you can afford to be, right? All right? Enjoy yourselves. All right? Tomorrow, that's your time. That's your time. Monday, okay? All right? We're going to throw some steel. All right? Throw some steel. All right? Get a workout in. All right? Make sure our body's right. All right? Tuesday, we'll get a little work. Wednesday, off our feet. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Thursday, Friday, take care of business. And then we on that bird going across the country. All right? Business trip. Serviceman, whose birthday is today? Let's say our prayer. We'll break down. And I'll see you guys when I see you.
Yes, sir.
It's all fun and games in the D.C. Defenders locker room, as you might anticipate. And again, they benefit from having the first two games of the brand-new league here at home in arguably the best stadium, the best facility in the entire XFL. And we'll see how this translates when they take the game on the road out west to Los Angeles next week.
And they'll be a heavy favorite. I mean, L.A. last week against Houston really struggled. Had some ups and downs, couldn't protect the quarterback. We'll see whether or not they fare better this week. So
how heavy a favorite? Do you want to go out and start making numbers?
I am not an odds maker. If I were to set it right now, just watch, L.A. will go out and absolutely play the game of the century today and completely blow these numbers out of the water. If I had to set it right now, I bet you D.C. is a 13.5-point favorite.
We'll watch for that.
On the road.
Kevin Gilbride in a very different New York locker room moments ago.
Because you set a great example for what we have to do and how we have to act and how we have to respond to this. Now, one of two things happen when you get your butt beat like we did. You either come together or you splinter. It's one way or the other. With the example of the fight that you did at the end, I'm hoping that's going to be the way we go. I believe that's the type of character we have in this team. This is nobody's fault except mine. I got to do a better job getting us ready. Bottom line, when you talk to the press, you talk to everybody else, just give your compliments to them. Say they played a great game. Don't say anything bad about anything. If anyone asks you, did somebody else do something? Could they have done it better? That's none of your business. Don't answer for anybody else. Just answer for yourself. We all could have.
Veteran head coach. He'll take the heat for the effort today. As you look at some of the numbers, DC easily covering here today as a 7-point favorite. And the 3 remaining games in week 2. And again, these Guardians will travel to St. Louis. The exact opposite of D.C. St. Louis playing the first 2 games on the road. They're at Houston coming up tomorrow. And they will be ready at the Dome in a big way with a big house when these Guardians hit town.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm looking forward to that St. Louis-Houston game. But I'm excited for tomorrow's game between Dallas and L.A. Dallas coming in the favorite in the XFL in the preseason, off to a really slow start. And Landry Jones, one of the faces of the league, the former Oklahoma Sooner, the former Pittsburgh Steeler, likely to get his first start. So we'll see how he fares in Bob Stoops' offense.
The XFL does continue tomorrow here on ABC, 3 p.m. as those Renegades face the LA Wildcats. Join us next Saturday, 2 p.m. here on ABC. The Houston Roughnecks hit Tampa to take on the Vipers. Josh Hoffman is our producer. Anthony DeMarco, our director. Greg McElroy, Tom Luganville, Diana Rossini. I'm Steve Levy. Thanks for watching the XFL on ESPN.